Okay. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 2. Okay. 1, 2. 1. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay.
And also a beginner. We are we are all helping each other because the structure of the program itself is a collaborative one, and also you have to help others for you to succeed too. So that's how the structure of the whole program is. And I really thank Learn2Earn for giving us this opportunity.
At Learn2Earn, our philosophy emphasizes on learning how to learn, collaboration, peer-to-peer, challenge-based curriculum, not traditional lectures.
Hi, my name is Prince Solomon, and I'm a copper. I got to learn about Learn2Earn from my MT, that is my master trainer in my community development service, which is the digital literacy for all. And after that information, I was able to register their games, and then we were checked in, and then before we were moved to the PC. And the past week plus now has been so VS Code and work around it. Also, learning new programming language like Go language, the bars, the gates, it's been fascinating, and I can't wait but to continue what we've started. So I also want to use this opportunity to thank the organizers of Learn2Earn. They've given us the time, the community, the internet connection. They provided laptops for us. I mean, I can't wait because I've also been sharing this information to all my friends, even though I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I am willing to dare to the end because it's been life-changing for me.
We are committed to sourcing and training digital talents in Africa and deploying them globally. Our mission is to develop us over the next 10 years, equipping them with skills and opportunities they need to thrive in the global tech space.
Hi, my name is Tomeba Akatomotayo. My experience so far at Learn2Earn has been great. I've learned new language, which is Go, and so far I can do some things using Go language, and I've met a lot of people that we have collaborated together. It's been a wonderful journey. Thank you so much, Learn2Earn.
Students earn while they learn, no tuition, and they will be paid stipends during the training. Upon graduation, there's a guaranteed job placement for a minimum of 2 years via a global talent agency.
Hi, my name is Mwamaka Precious Chidibere, and I'm one of the beneficiaries of the Learn2Earn program. About the program, it was quite interesting because I've been looking for an opportunity like this. But one of the barriers I was having is if I could run the program without owning a laptop myself. And when I realized that they will be providing a laptop, it was very easy for me to take up the opportunity, and the collaboration here, the learning has been it's worth it, and I'm glad for these opportunities. I've been able to learn a lot, and For someone that was kind of introvert, coming to this place, I've been able to mingle a lot with people. So the collaboration is really helping me a lot, and I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Usman. The program so far was very interesting. At Nursing Mother, I encourage all women to come and join Learn2Earn. I've learned about how to code different types of coding, how you can form a shape, different shapes in coding. To every woman out there, if I can do it, why can't you?
For more information, visit www.learn2earn.ng. See you there. Learn2Earn is a tech education initiative based in Nigeria, offering zero tuition, peer-to-peer, gamified training program aimed at
For the past few days, I can tell the first week we got here, everyone was wondering, oh, how do I go about this? You know, I have no prior knowledge and stuff. But now, it can actually fall apart. Those that have prior knowledge and also a beginner, we are all helping each other because the structure of the program itself is a collaborative one, and also you have to help others for you to succeed too. So that's how the structure of the whole program is. And I really thank Learn2Earn for giving us.
At Learn2Earn, our philosophy emphasizes on learning how to learn, collaboration, peer-to-peer, challenge-based curriculum, not traditional lectures.
Hi, my name is Prince Solomon, and I'm a copper. I got to learn about Learn2Earn from my MT, that is my master trainer in my community development service, which is the digital literacy for all. And then we were checked in, and then before we were moved to the PC. And the past week plus now has been so facilitating. I've been able to learn how to navigate and use terminals, VS Code, and work around it. Also, learning new programming language like Go language, the bars, the gates, it's been fascinating, and I can't wait for them to what we've started. So I also want to use this opportunity to thank the organizers of Learn2Earn. They've given us the time, the community, the internet connection. They provided laptops for us. I mean, I can't wait because I've also been sharing this information to all my friends, even those as far as Benue State, to take this opportunity. I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I am willing to dare to the end because it's been life-changing for me.
We are committed to sourcing and training digital talents in Africa and deploying them globally. Our mission is to train and deploy over 1 million developers over the next 10 years, equipping them with skills and opportunities they need to thrive in the global tech space.
Hi, my name is Tomotayo. My experience so far at Learn2Earn has been great. I've learned new language, which is Go, and so far I can do some things using Go language, and I've met a lot of people that we have collaborated together, and I keep learning every day. It's been a wonderful journey. Thank you so much, Learn2Earn.
Students earn while they learn, no tuition, and they will be paid stipends during the training. Upon graduation, there's a guaranteed job placement for a minimum of 2 years via a global talent agency.
Hi, my name is Mwamaka Precious Chidivere, and I'm one of the beneficiaries of the Learn2Earn program. When I first heard about the program, it was quite interesting because I've been looking for an opportunity like this. But one of the barriers I was having is if I could run the program without owning a laptop myself. And when I realized that they will be providing a laptop, it was very easy for me to take up the opportunity, and the collaboration here, I've been able to learn a lot. The collaboration is really helping me a lot, and I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Usman. The program so far was very interesting. At first I thought it was something I would not be able to hear, but alhamdulillah, it was that I encourage all women to come and join Learn2Earn. I've learned about how to code different types of coding, how you can form a shape, different shapes in coding. To every woman out there, if I can do it, why can't you? Thanks to Learn2Earn, we are very grateful.
For more information, visit www.learn2earn.ng. See you there. Hi, I'm Prince Adekun. Initiative based in Nigeria, offering zero tuition, peer-to-peer, gamified training program aimed at turning people with.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Can I hear a big shout from the fellows? We've been on this journey for quite some time, so I think you should make a bigger shout. Come on, come on, come on. Make it big, make it big. It's such a joy to have you here, our guests, our partners, mentors, staff, the leadership of Learn2Earn. We're so happy to have you here with us this morning, and as is our custom, we would like to start with prayers. So if you don't mind, just bow as we pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this morning. Thank you because you are the one that is ordering all of our steps. We thank you because of this and a business. It's a mission to change and transform the continent of Africa to being the talent headquarters of the world. We thank you because we set out and you have made this day possible. We ask, oh God, that as you're starting with us, today we ask that you please continue with us and you make this vision much bigger, better, than we ask or think. And this we pray through Christ our Lord. Amen. My name is Ayola Jolayemi, and I'm one of the co-founders of Learn2Earn, and it's a pleasure to have you here with us. Let the day begin. Thank you.
So right now we are going to commence the program and launch event with national anthem, and I'll kindly request that everybody remain standing. Thank you.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood. Nigerians all and proud to serve our sovereign fatherland.
Thank you very much. Can you please celebrate our dear nation, Nigeria? I thought you would clap for Nigeria. So right now we are going to be inviting our dear CEO, the CEO of Learn2Earn, in person of Kesha Valkin, for a commencement address. Kesha.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the launch of our very first Learn2Earn training cohort. Standing here today with our learners, our partners, and our team brings me total joy. This is a big moment for us because this launch represents something that people have worked toward with heart, belief, and real courage. It is a national engine of opportunity. We are living through a once-in-a-generation shift. Artificial intelligence is not just changing industries, it is changing who gets to participate in them. For African talent, that shift creates a rare opening, the chance to compete, build, and lead on a global stage. This is Africa's moment to become truly world-class at something that will define the next era of human progress. AI native technical talent. No longer whether African talent can build at this level. The question is whether we will build the systems that will allow it to happen. Not as mere users of technology built elsewhere, but as builders, as creators, owners of the future we are about to live in. Learn2Earn has chosen to take on. We are building a large-scale pipeline of talent that global technology will have to reckon with. Rooted here in Africa, but competitive everywhere where it matters. That is why the mission is demanding by design. To produce builders with the grit, discipline, and technical depth to operate at the height of the AI economy. We are here to set the standard and to be held by it. Our ambition reflects the scale of the moment. In 10 years, to train 1 million people, each building, creating, and owning the future with AI products that the world depends on. This is work with generational impact. And while we still have a long way to go, the early steps we have taken here are already shaping the paths of thousands of young people. Work like this is never done alone. Turning an ambition like this into reality takes people, support, and believe long before there is certainty. So before I continue, I want to welcome everyone who came to be with us here today, our distinguished guests, partners, and friends of the program, and to acknowledge the people who have played a critical role in getting us here. Who were bold enough, and honestly, crazy enough, to say yes to us early when this was just an idea. Thank you for choosing to build with us. And to the very OG Nicolas Sadarak, joining us from Paris. Nicolas is the masterful architect of the peer-to-peer learning model that powers Learn2Earn. And to a very dear friend, joining us from Israel, David Sultan. The global COO of 01 Edu. Thank you for laying and for trusting us to carry it forward at scale. To our campus partners who have helped us with this program and give it a home, thank you for opening your doors and creating beautiful spaces where learning can happen. To our every single day, often beyond our immediate reach, and always with excellence. To the Learn2Earn team, Ademola, Prince, Gift, Epi, Mo, Temi, Emmanuel, Ayo. We are small, but we are mighty. Hours, who give evenings and weekends, sacrificing times with their loved ones because they believe deeply in this mission. To my co-founder and executive chairman, Iwanalua Abuyeji. Whom we affectionately know as E. E is a true nation builder. E brings not just insight to this work, but moral clarity and doing right by the people we serve. This program carries that imprint in ways that will last far beyond this cohort. To you all, we are deeply grateful. The reason why we're all here, the learners. The Learn2Earn cohort of 2026. From Atupo, Ilaran, and Abuja, we see you. This is one program held to one standard and built as one community, no matter where you are learning from. Congratulations on earning your place in our very first Learn2Earn cohort. You earned it. In our first year, we reached 26,000 young people, and we tested more than 15,000 of them. Fewer than 5% were selected into this cohort. That alone tells us something important about you. You are capable. You are resilient. You are serious about your future, and you are willing to do hard things. For many of you, getting here, balancing work, family, children, limited resources, and even doubt. But you're here, and there's something else that matters about today. You are the first, the originals, the benchmark. The benchmark for everything that follows. If we do this right, years from now, when people talk about what the Learn2Earn has become to you, over the next 2 years, we will train you for the skills needed to build, adapt, and stay relevant in an AI-driven world. Not just for your first job, but for the many shifts that will follow. That commitment involves a real investment from us of time, resources, and reputation. That decision reflects the values that this program is built on. Trust, dignity, and the belief that opportunity should be paid forward. We will invest in you. You will grow into. Then, together, we will pay that opportunity forward so others can follow. See this for what it is, a gift. A gift of an opportunity that can change your life. Receive it. Show up every day. The program gets certified. Do all this to enable us to place you into paid work. You will flourish. And through that work, we can also fund and train the next learner, just as we are doing for you. That is how this program reaches far beyond any one cohort. Because when you open the door for the others that come after you. So here we are. We are committed to you. How far you go and what happens next depends on the work that you're willing to put in. So before I close, here's the part that matters the most. Work with discipline and care. You won't just shape your own future. You will help build something that outlasts you. You will help prove what is possible when talent is met with structure, with impact I spoke about earlier. That is how we get to 1 million AI builders in the next 10 years. This program is bigger than any one cohort, but it only works because of you. The responsibility is now yours. We are here for you. We wish you strength, clarity, and courage for the journey ahead. Welcome to Learn2Earn. It begins now.
Is that how you celebrate the CEO of Learn2Earn? Thank you very much, Keisha. Just so you know, Keisha is just at the verge of being converted to a Nigerian. All right, so right now, we're going to be having the keynote address, and we have someone special here in our midst. He is the founder of 01 Edu, all the way from France. Please make welcome Nicolas Sadira.
Thank you very much. And first, let me tell you, I'm happy to be here. I have been in a lot of start of school worldwide, but I think this one is really a little bit different in the scale. And scale, it's something extremely important, because even if you do amazing stuff, if no one sees it, it has no impact. And it's much more important to be consistent in big scale rather than extraordinary on very small scale. And that's exactly what we made here, and that's really what we did. Now I'm going to speak a little bit about the pedagogy and maybe how it was organized and why is it. So we are going to speak about AI, but not only AI, because AI is just a new step, the new stuff on a very long journey of humanity. Okay, we developed. It seems to be the biggest because we are in it. Of course, it's like a wave. When you are in the wave, you feel that this one is the strongest. But we have been, humans have been through a very, very long journey of evolution. And that's the next one. Of what we are ourselves. Human has always defined himself as the only intelligent animal on Earth. And that's the first time we have a competitor on this. Okay, we have always been, okay, this one is doing that and that, but we have always been special. Okay? And that's the question now. Are we special? Okay? And there is trust. So I believe that we are very specific. Okay? But maybe not the way we thought. Okay? We used to think what we call intelligence, we close it to clever, and which was something specific, like we used to train people to be more clever. Maybe it was not a good way, okay? Because now we seem to be able to do some machines who seems to be even more clever than us, but still not more human. Okay, that's a place, okay? And maybe this process, which is kind of threatening us, a lot of people are afraid, it's a process that can free us of what was not human in our activity. We had to do unhuman activity to free us from that, so that we will be able to be more humans. And the question is now, how do we develop that? Okay, so the education is we have people, okay, and we have to make them efficient so that the society is more efficient. We have a new revolution. It changed deeply the education because we had to answer that. Okay, our educative model right now is designed for the industrial age. Okay, mainly we needed to have people to work in factory and repeat tasks, okay, which humans are not good at. A normal human, not trained, it's not good to repeat a task during the whole day. It's almost, and it's very difficult to get a normal human to get a repetitive jobs. So we have to train them for 20 years so that they can do that. We needed that, okay? And we are going to be free of that. So now the question is how do we change the education to answer the new stuff? So mainly the education system, okay, which has been designed, has been based on very simple process, repetitivity, capability to be precise, okay, to be able to repeat without margin, okay, and also some kind of discipline and organization, okay. That's exactly what you need in a factory or in an army. People would take too much initiatives or too much get out of the process, okay. And all the education system has been designed around that, and it's a process which took hundreds of years, and it was efficient. Now that we are getting out of that, the new skills, okay, are based on mainly the humanities, the capability to co-create solutions, to imagine, okay? And a lot of people, for example, think AI are creative. That's a good question. You think when you see AI products, you can see things that are creative, okay? Indeed, some are new, but there is a difference between creative has already been produced. Okay, it's a combination of what we already know. Okay, and if you go to deep innovation, you will see that there is a very big difference in between radical innovation, where you are getting out of the past, or you are just incrementing combination. AI is extremely efficient on the incrementing part, and it does better than any human will do, and it will get better and better and better. But until now, we don't have any evidence of AI doing any radical innovation, for a very good reason. If you understand how it works on AI, it's mainly a bunch of all what has been done, all the past, of that. Okay, that's exactly the process it works. So we have to now focus on what human can do that AI can do. And we think it's come from what we call collective intelligence. When human, as a group, argue and create something which is, I would say, almost exactly how an idea emerges of a group of people speaking, okay? But we know that we can create something which is radically different of the past of all those people. So if we want to have an education which is able to perform in an AI-driven world, so which means that in a world where everything which is only repeating or only a combination of repetition has absolutely no value because machines can do it, okay, which is not yet clear because there is a problem of energy of that. We are not sure we are able to create enough of that, but anyway, at some point we reduce the value of this, okay, and we amplify the value of radical innovation, okay, because on the other side, it's true that it will amplify the others. It means that each individual, okay, will be able to produce more value than before because of AI. Okay? Of course, there is a complex situation of the transition in between. The people who were not trained to that, it will be difficult. Okay? But at some point, I mean, each individual which will be embracing the AI age will be much more efficient in creating value for other humans. Okay? And that's what makes value. Okay? So we have to focus. And that's very important because if you look at mainly today curriculum worldwide about AI, most of them are focused on content. I mean, knowledge of how AI works, machine learning and stuff like that, to train people to apply the technology we know about how to create AI. Okay? But that's not the question. That's not what we need. We need, of course, but we need also people, and more people, who are able to integrate it in our day-to-day life. It's not the same skills. It's not the same skills when you build a car and when you do the physical wonderful driver. The capability to drive, okay, to use AI, get the best out of an AI world. Okay? And we have developed a process which was not designed at start. And this process has been designed in around 20 years of experimentation and process, fail and stuff. And it gets out of something what we call peer-to-peer. So I will explain very, very simply and very fast the process. The process is quite simple. Okay? We realize when we put a group of people in front of a challenge, and they have to have no way to solve this challenge by the past. I mean, they should not have some kind of a book, of a teacher, of a friend who knows how to solve this problem. So they are in front of something that seems impossible. Okay, but they still want to solve it. I mean, they have to have a very good will to solve. Okay, usually what you do, they will start to argue and say, okay, let's try it that way. Another one is not agreeing, is disagree, and is trying another way. Okay, that's exactly where they learn. They learn when they argue with each other. Okay, and what our platform is doing is creating the opportunity to argue. So we are an arguing machine. A lot of students, you heard, they say, oh, I learned Go, or I learned whatever. Okay, so first, they didn't learn. We didn't teach them. There is never a class where we explain how to do something. We ask them to solve something which we don't tell them how to. Okay, but what they learn at the end of the day has absolutely no importance. They would have learned Go, we could have put Python or whatever, we could have put dancing or anything that make a situation where they disagree and they have to argue to each other. While they argue to each other, they develop their capability to create new solutions. And what we do, we start very simple problem, very basic, like first day we ask them to print an A on the screen, and then we get harder, and bigger, and more complex, and with more people around, with more issues, and at some point we even tell them, okay, do whatever you want, make something which has some value. Okay? And that's the whole process of this peer-to-peer education. And that's very important because a lot of people think it's, when we say peer-to-peer, a lot of people think it's the students who know, who explain, with the students who don't know. That's exactly the contrary. The platform is working to try to avoid this situation. And I spoke to the student yesterday, I tell them, if you are with someone who explains you something, go away. This guy is forbidding you to develop your capability to find it by yourself. Okay? So you should be exactly the situation, you should be with a group of people who have mainly the same level than you, and you should be in front of something that seems impossible, and you have to make it, and you find a way to make it. That develops your capability to create new solutions, and that develops your self-confidence, because when you did it several times at some point, you know, I remember one of my former students in Paris, he was one of the School 42 who was first who created a startup. They sold the startup, and that's interesting because they created a startup, they sold it to SAP, like 40 million euro. And before she was a baker, and the guy was hairdresser. So they start from zero, and now they start. But what is interesting, so she was on TV, and they interview her and ask her, what did you learn in this school? She said, I didn't learn anything, but I learned that I can do anything. Okay? If I put enough will, if I find the good partners, I will solve any problem. And that's the only lesson of the stuff. Humans are ingenious, are genius animals. When we are in front of a situation where we have to solve it or we want to solve it, we find solutions, we create stuff. Our brain is done and has been designed for that. And this platform has been designed to enhance this process. This process is very natural. When we are kids, if you see a group of kids playing, when they try to make anything, you will see they do that. They try, they fail, they argue, they don't agree. So that's the way normally we learn, okay? The education system has been trying to get us out of our natural way because of the need of big logistic and industrial, which was totally necessary. Okay, but we are getting out of this age. And I think AI is just the last process of, I would say, a way to free ourselves in the same time than creating a collective. Okay, because of course you can be free alone. You go away in the forest and you are free. Okay, but you, as human, you lack. We are two kind of. We are creative animals, but we are also social animals. So we have to balance the two, and AI can bring us a better interaction in between her, and also a better way to be free. So that's exactly what is a platform, and I'm very happy to share that with this amazing, I would say, how do you say that, action, okay, or even movement, because it's really a movement that it has to go, and it can. I really think, and I am. So I used to work a lot with 42 in Europe, where we were doing great stuff, but mainly in European country or a little bit in America, where we have much less impact. Okay, just because there is not enough young. Okay, and I believe, that's my personal belief, that's something a little bit more, I would say, I think we are in an age of humanity where the humanity has to change deeply, and it can be done only through youngs, okay, because there is too much stake on the elders. There is already this situation that is kind of settled, and it's what I was explaining yesterday, because a lot of young people here are kind of afraid of AI. They are going to take my jobs and so. But that's exactly the contrary. That's an opportunity for countries which are outside of the game, which is already settled. Okay, if nothing moves, you have no opportunity. So AI, it's a very big game changer, and Nigeria has a wonderful asset on it. It's young people. Okay, that's mine, because it's much easier to educate young than to transform elders. Okay, when someone has been living like 40 years in a kind of very specific paradigm, it's almost impossible to shift it. Okay, we have to adapt. Those people will adapt, but they won't be embracing. Okay, so we are now trying to have AI natives, people who are deeply inside this AI world, not just people using the stuff, but people who embrace and create with it. So thank you very much.
Let's keep celebrating him till he gets to his seat. Thank you very much, Nicholas, the founder of 01 Edu. Just to let you know that 01 Edu is present in 15 countries across the world, and we've had over 100,000 engineers graduate from the program. Am I correct? So, thank you very much for the incredible work you're doing. We want to very specially appreciate all our partners and all our guests in the house this morning. Can you please celebrate all of them? And while we are connected from Lagos, I want you to understand that we have our fellows gathered like this in Abuja. If you're in Abuja, can you please show them on the screen? Abuja campus. Please, can you celebrate them from here? It's in Abuja campus. And we have our fellows in Ilorin. They are also gathered in Ilorin right now. Can you please celebrate them? Show them love from here. Show them love from here. And of course, we have hundreds of them seated right now in Otukpo in Benue State. Wave at them, wave at them. All right. Thank you, we see you, we see you. Right now I'm going to be inviting the global CEO of 01 Edu in person of Mr. David Sultan. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to participate in this amazing event. We're proud to be partner of Learn2Earn, proud to be there from even before day one. How do you call that? Day minus five? I don't know. It's obviously a very important day today for everyone here. Day of pride, a day for you, for us, for your families. I'm talking to the learners, of course. This is all quite obvious. What I want to share with you today is what you learners will truly gain from this journey. Because it goes far beyond just the title of software engineer or even AI native engineer. It goes far beyond a certification. It goes far beyond a work. It's a life. It's something really new. It's a transformation that you will experience. So I'll share 3 points with you today. The first one is I want to share a secret. First secret is that you're not going to become coders. You are not going to become coders, okay? You will not learn to code in a conventional way. That's exactly what Nicolas was explaining. You have already experienced it during the PC, and believe me, it will only get better, harder from here, definitely harder, but you will like it, I can tell you. You will learn how to search, how to fail, how to try again, how to help one another, and how to learn by yourself. And from that, you will grow. In other words, like Nicolas was saying, you will learn how to learn. You will learn to learn to learn. In a world where technologies evolve so fast, changes every, I wrote 6 months, but maybe it's 2 months, where programming languages become constantly obsolete, where AI is reshaping our profession, the most valuable skill is not a specific programming language. It's the ability to adapt all the time, constantly change. And that's what you will learn. To keep learning, to face new problems without any fear. And there I have good news. You are on the best place on earth to live this transformation. Learn2Earn is the solution to the transformation that you're going to experience. You're in the right place, my friends. The second point I want to share is that you're definitely in the right place because you are in Nigeria. And it means something. There's something very powerful about learning to be the next digital leaders of Nigeria. Because innovation in this country has always been about resilience, creativity, turning difficulties into strengths. And you can see amongst the leaders here how they have embraced this change and became leaders. You'll become the same leaders as they are. And Nigeria is a country of ambition, a country of energy, of course. It's a country of opportunities, especially in the tech sector. And Nigeria needs people like you. People who aim for excellence, who want to learn to earn more, people who want to build something that is meaningful, people who want to make the impossible possible. That's what you will do. And I want, in that framework, to highlight the extraordinary Learn2Earn management team that really symbolize what I just told you. They set themselves very ambitious goals. I can tell you that the first time I met these guys, I barely trusted them. Like, they tell themselves, yeah, we're going to open 10 campuses next year, 1 million coders. Guys, this is our work at the worldwide level. And you want to do it only in Nigeria? Yes, that was crazy. But from day one, we wanted to be partner. And we are not suppliers, we are partners. And that's very important to us. What they are doing is, yes, no one has done it before. And I would like, yes, what I wanted to say is that they have already opened 4 centers in 1 year. They're planning to open 8. 8 new ones. And we really thank them and thank you for this very strong partnership that we've built. That's very audacious, that's bold, and you learners must learn from that. That should inspire you on the day-to-day. You should do the same when you learn and then when you will work. Exactly the same. Because thanks to the training that you will receive here and the opportunities that you will unlock, you will be able to play your great role in shaping the nation's future, the world's future, and as the new leaders of the tech generation. And it's not someday, and it starts now, because we are starting now. You're learning, but you're learning to become the best, and that makes a change. Third and final point. I think it's something that you didn't expect also. You're not only becoming Learn2Earn learners, you're becoming part of something that is way bigger than yourself, bigger than ourselves. Today, you're becoming part of a community, the 01 network, the 01 community, and I would like to welcome you in this community today very officially. 01 is not just a learning platform. 01 is also a global community of people who have gone through the same peer-to-peer journey you are beginning today, across continents, across cultures, across more than 15 countries. 15 countries in 7 years. I think that's a big achievement. From Paris to Dakar, from Astana to Bahrain, from Casablanca to Athens, and Jerusalem, and London, and Elland Island, and I could name so many, and now from Nigeria. Everywhere in the world, the 01 students have lived the same long nights, same bugs, frustrating, same moment of doubts, and the same pride when they finally get it. When the code works, that's great. So what does it mean to belong to this network? 3 things. First is you will never be alone. You will never be alone on your journey to excellence. I'll tell you a story. I remember when I visited one of the campuses in Finland, there was a student who told me this story. He said, I was totally blocked for learning on, I can't remember which project. And no one else in the room, no one else on campus could help me and could explain me how to unlock this. So I chatted on Discord with a group of students, of 01 students, and all of a sudden, there was one student from Kazakhstan. Totally different culture, totally different angle, totally different moment in the pedagogy. And they chatted all night. They chatted all night, and this enabled this guy from Finland to solve these issues. So I can tell you, you will not be alone, and you will be able to rely on this network to grow and to become the best in the world. The second thing is, it's also a world of professional opportunities. From day one, Learn2Earn is global, and that's exactly our viewpoint, and that's why we are so much aligned on the vision. I'll tell you a few stories of talent, of successes that should inspire you, just to show you that so many like you have started like today with a podium, with a big crowd, and now they're working in great companies. At Zone 01 Dakar, our first campus in Africa, some of the graduates who used to do street jobs like selling water or stuff like that are now working and earning good money. Some work even for Moroccan banks. Some work for international companies. Some work even for us. Because, you know, it's not something just to educate, to give education. It's also because we believe in them that we have hired them. So we hired, just for our team, 20 talents from Dakar, from Senegal, because we believe that they are the best. And you are going to be the best like them. Third and last thing of this network, it means also that your transformation is guaranteed. The same transformation that happened to others in this network will happen to you too. In my role, I have Chief Operating Officer, I have the privilege of visiting so many campuses. and collecting the stories that prove how powerful this model is. I remember in London, I was with Kesia already, we met this receptionist who saw all the students coming to the piscine. And one day she said, why not me? They are same age and they don't have any education. Why not me? And you know what? She did the next round of the piscine and she succeeded and she became a talent. That's a very good learning. I also remember the story of learners in Oujda in Morocco. Only 19 years old, very brave, and they welcomed the governor of the region. They welcomed CEOs of companies. They were not shy. They were not shy because they were empowered to do it. And you will be empowered to also welcome anyone. And you know what? You will teach them stuff. They will learn from you. Learning is not just one way. It's two ways. And that's what I learned with these guys from Oujda on this day. And finally, I remember what the site director of Zone 01 Dakar told me on the first day of the program there, like today. He said that if these learners were not in the room, they would be on boats. They would be migrants toward France or toward whatever country in Europe. This is what inspires me every day, every single day of my life. And that's why I work so hard for 01 Edu. And that's why, as a team, we want to build the best platform for you so that you have a future. And we're working on your future. That's what we do. And I can tell you that I'll be so happy to hear about your stories. I want to come back. I want to come back, and so that after a few months, after a few years, you'll tell me, you know, I was doing that. Now I'm the CIO, or I'm the tech star of this company. I want to come back and you tell me the story. Please do. As a conclusion, I will tell you the following. This network is really your strength. This network is not a slogan, it's a living community. You should really take advantage of it. It's a worldwide community of developers, of entrepreneurs, of managers, educators, sharing the same culture. It's about curiosity, creativity, solidarity, and the highest standard. Highest standard, don't forget that. Wherever you go next, it can be a startup, it can be a lab, it can be a company in Nigeria, outside of Nigeria, or even a project that you will create by yourself. You will carry this identity with you. So today, I want to say, of course, welcome, congratulations, thank you for working so hard, and, you know, at 01 Edu, we usually say, our mission and our motto is record the world with talent. I want to make it a bit more local here today. I wish us that we record our world with Learn2Earn talent. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you please celebrate Mr. David Sultan, the Global CEO, 01 Edu. And just very quickly, we want to celebrate and appreciate all our partners right here, starting from Future Africa, Ilori Innovation Hub, IHS, Riverbank Technology, Sale Innovation Lab. Can you please keep clapping? Crystal Digital, DBI, Kaleo, and many, many, many more partners that we have. Thank you very much for partnering with us. Just yesterday, we announced additional 6 campuses across the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. And we want to let you know that in the next couple of weeks, we are going to be coming to a city near you. So the gospel of technology is being spread across the nooks and crannies of Nigeria, right? And I'm very certain that somebody is connected with us online right now, and they're wondering how can I take advantage of this opportunity. Please log on to www.learn2earn.ng and play the selection game. And we'll see you on the other side. All right? So right now, we just want to take a few feedback from some of our students who started with us. We'll just be calling two because of time. And I would like to invite Chisom and Tobe to just share their stories, how they got in here, where they are, and the expectations ahead. Tobe, 1 minute.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Chima Stephen Tobichuku, and I happen to be a fellow, just like you, at the great institution, Learn2Earn. All right, so I have 1 minute to talk about all of this. I know it will not be new to any one of us gathered in this room as a learner. We've had days of frustration. We've had days when things were not just working, and then we just had to take that walk. So let me make it more personal. Some days we're not just there, we're not just good, because I had to debug what I did not even understand. So I had to learn how to learn. All right? I know we had moments where we had to sit down and start talking. What did you? Man, it is beautiful when you have that social environment, and it helped me grow. I'm talking from my own perspective. Having the social interaction with people from different classes of the world, different classes of Nigeria, I really appreciate that, and I think that helped me build my confidence and adaptability. The Learn2Earn program has taught me time management, it has taught me discipline, it has taught me persistence, and all these characteristics I feel is going to shape me to be one of the best programmers in Nigeria, because that's the aim. I want to thank you all for the opportunity to be part of this movement, and see you all at the top. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'm very certain that comment also goes for many other learners and fellows right here in the house. Am I correct? Fantastic. Thank you. Right now, we're going to be inviting the executive chairman of Learn2Earn. I'm sure his name rings bell across multiple nations. Please make welcome the global Inyolua Aboyetu.
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, I'm so excited that we are here. Very, very excited. You know, my own story of coming into this was somewhat by accident. You know, this was not the original plan. And I want to be very honest and tell you how we got here so that you can appreciate the journey and appreciate even better the journey that we are on together. It's been about 12 years now since we started Andela. And 12 years ago, when we started Andela, just down the street from here, ironically, we had a very small office on Herbert Macaulay. My mindset at the time was we were going to build this global technology workforce, and, you know, we'll learn a lot. It might not be easy, but we will succeed. I was very excited, I was young too, much younger than I am now. And I had a lot of energy. And over the 2.5 years that followed, I wondered whether we were doing the right things, whether we were actually delivering on what we promised. And to be quite honest, by the time it was time for me to move on to my next assignment, I was happy about what we were able to accomplish, but I still felt a little bit dissatisfied about how we were able to build it. And I thought to myself, you know, maybe this is not something I'm supposed to spend my time doing. Let me work on other things. And I did go and work on those other things. But one of the things that I have had the privilege of not having to do is to take on the same assignment twice. So I do them, I spend 2.5 years, 30 months, and I hand over and I move on to the next thing. So I was determined that there was no chance that we could be going back to where we started. So when my co-founder, my brother TMO, came with another big brother of mine, Ayola, also one of our co-founders, and said they were looking for somebody to do this Andela thing, I did what I've always done. I said, I would advise you, I will give you all the support I can, but it's not for me. And that was exactly what I told them. But at the same time, I had a friend. His name is Gideon. And he had been very kind to us in a previous company. And he had emailed saying his wife would like to talk to me about something. And I said, okay, I have to take this call, even though I can't imagine there's anything that I would do with this. And then I got on the call with Nicola and Dera, who I hope is watching, and David, and we talked about 01. And at the time, my thought was, oh, fantastic. TMO is looking for something, and Kesia has something. Let me introduce both of them and step away and continue to do what I am doing. So if that, my plan had succeeded, I don't know whether it will be me that is here. And I think why I tell that story is just to emphasize to you, particularly to our fellows, the criticality of destiny, of purpose, right? That you are here is not a mistake. We went through 26,000 people to get to you. We could have taken 850 people. We could have taken 1,000 people. We could have also taken 100 people. But we ended up with you in that number of 750. You are not here as a mistake. And more broadly, this program is not a mistake. When we started this program and thinking through what we wanted to do, my imagination was more just, we need talent. We just need good technical talent. It doesn't matter what they study, whether it's AI or not AI, we just need good talent. And as we went along on the journey, it became clearer and clearer to us that we are in the middle of what we call in technology a platform shift. And what is a platform shift? A platform shift is when the core technologies that run a system is about to move from one platform to the other. So there was a time, if you wanted to access a computer, you would go and access the computer in a big building with a computer as big as the building. You will buy time. I wasn't there, so I'm just describing it to you as it was told to me. And you would use the computer, which was a building. And then shortly after, which was a couple decades, I guess, then we came upon something called personal computing. And the idea was, okay, you could go to that same office, but now it's a small computer, and you could sit at the computer and use the computer. And then if you were very rich, you could have that computer in your house, and you could use that computer in your house. Then one day, we woke up and we had phones that were computers. And these phones that were computers were connected to something called the internet. And now you could put your computer in your pocket and it could follow you everywhere on the internet. Now we're in the middle of artificial intelligence. And again, I do not believe that it is a mistake that we are raising this talent army in the middle of a platform shift in artificial intelligence. It is destined. We did not plan it, but it is destined. And that is something that I want you to always think about. I always want you to think about the many things that are destined, that have led to you being here. Now, there are 3 messages that we repeat at our orientation. And I told you that I want you to always keep these things in your mind. And in the presence of everybody, I want to tell you those things again so that you understand what this is, what this means to you, and what this should mean for you. The first thing is what? What do we say? This is in fact, we have somebody called Gift. Just to remind you. Gift is the one that made sure all of you got the program. This is a gift. But it's a special kind of gift. You got this gift because you deserve it. You had to prove that you were worthy of the gift. There are gifts that you receive that you don't deserve, but this is a gift that you got, you can only get by doing the work to deserve it. What is the second thing we say? Your job here, you only have one job here. What is that job? You have to receive the gift. Just because we gave you the gift does not mean that you will receive the gift. Some of you may be distracted by things that come with the gift that are not the gift. You may be attracted by the allowance, or the computer, or the AC, or the nice offices. All of these are the wrappings and trappings of but they are not the gift is a gift of learning. And the gift of learning you can only receive through focus, determination, dedication, and a willingness to think and act long term. When you are short term, you will end up with the trappings of the gift, but you will not end up with the gifts. You know, let me use an illustration so that you can fully understand it. Because this is the most important principle of this program. Imagine you got a gift and it was in a golden box that looked really pretty. A box of pure gold, right? But inside that box was a gift. And you saw the gold box and you got so excited that you thought the gold box was the gift. And you were like, and somebody told you, wow, I like that gold box. I'll give you $1 million for your gold box. Right? If you didn't open the gold box to see what was inside the gold box, you would think, wow, what a silly guy. He paid $1 million for a box. Do you understand what I'm saying? But what is the gift? The gift is inside. Or let me use another analogy. Imagine you couldn't read or write, and somebody gave you a check for $1 million, and you didn't know what it was. And you just saw the piece of paper the person gave to you, and you looked at it, and you said, what's the use of this paper? Let me write at the back of it and use it to calculate. It happens. If you give $1 million check to a baby, what would they do with it? Eh? They will tear the check. They don't know what $1 million check is. And we didn't recruit babies. Huh? So, receive the... Now, the only thing that we ask of you as you receive the gift is one thing and one thing only. You have received this gift because we didn't collect a dime from anything. This fellowship is fully paid for. We are actually the ones who would pay you so you can focus on receiving the gift. But one thing we want you to do when you receive this gift is to pass the gift on. That's how this continues. That's how we get to 1 million. And you know, the reason why I keep emphasizing it is because you are the first class. So you have a special responsibility to pass the gift on. When you're running a relay race, the person who starts the race, if the person doesn't pass on the baton to the next person, what happens? That's the end of the race. So if you in this room, all of you in Otupo, in Ilorin, in Abuja, downstairs in Lagos, who are hearing the sound of my voice, if you do not pass this gift on, this gift will remain with you. And the dream of getting to 1 million developers will not be achieved. And the truth of the matter is, it might seem like, well, that's their luck. But what I can tell you about the way the world works is that this gift is more valuable if you pass it on than if you keep it. It sounds counterintuitive, but this is how life works. Think about a family heirloom. Think about a family heirloom that has been passed on from generation to generation. What happens to that heirloom? It becomes what? More valuable. Because it has history in it. So, if we come back here in 10 years and we haven't reached 1 million developers, we haven't built a movement, it will be because you did not do what? Pass it on. So today, we are passing you the torch. You are the first runner, the forerunner of this program. We have put the torch in your hand. You must first receive the gift. If you don't receive the gift, you cannot pass it on. So you will first of all work very hard so that you can receive the what? The gift. It is only after you have received the gift you will have the skills which will give you the earnings to pass the gift on. And we've been very clear about what it means to pass the gift on. We all understand what that means, right? I want you to think about it, not even just in the specifics of what will be in your contract and what's in your letter, but even on the philosophy of what it means to pass the gift on. Make that your life mandate. So, I am going to do three things before, and I only have 2 minutes. The first thing is that I have a pledge that you must recite after me. It is a sworn oath. Sworn oath. And we are going to recite that pledge in front of everybody. So, every campus, everywhere, if you are part of the 750, please rise up. Please rise up. And you will repeat after me. I have been given the gift of learning. I will prove myself worthy of this gift by receiving it. And when I have received this gift, I will prove myself worthy of honor by passing it on. So help me God. Okay, we're going to do it one more time, just in case somebody missed it. I saw somebody put their hand up, and I thought that was a nice thing to do. So we'll do it again, and we will do what? Put our hand up. Very simple. So what is it? Let's start again. You can say it, we can say it together if you remember it. I have been given the gift of learning. I have been given the gift of learning because I deserve it. I will prove myself worthy of this gift of learning by receiving it. And when I have received this gift of learning, I will prove myself worthy of honor by passing it on. So help me God. Thank you. You may be seated. Clap for yourselves. The second thing that I have to do, thank you, Gift, for giving me the gift of extra time, is that I want to say a big thank you to the people that made this possible. And when I say I have to say a big thank you to the people that make it possible, people that know me well will tell you that it's very difficult to get me to do something. Now, this moment that we're in was only possible because certain people made sacrifices and took risks. People like Nicholas Sadirak, people like Kesia Valkin, people like David Sultan, people like Ayola Jolayemi, people like Temitope Ogusemo. And then I want to specially honor the people who were the forerunners of this mission, which are the Andela founders. Jeremy Johnson, Christina Sass, Nadaya Enegesi, Ian Kanevale, and Bryce Nkengsa. My brother Nadaya is here. He should stand up for a special round of applause. I have to honor them because the belief that we have that we can do it again is because somebody took the risk of doing it the first time. So all of us are going to stand up again in all our centers. While they sit, please, everybody, including the guests, will stand up and give our founders a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. And now, the final thing and gift, I will give you back the gift of some time. Which is, we have to end with a blessing. Because whenever we are taking on a task that requires more than human effort, it means that we need God's help. Now, I want you to understand that it is not normal for you to learn the things you are about to learn in the period of time that you have been given to learn them. And that is why this is so hard. If you wanted to learn this the normal way, we would tell you, okay, go to university, do your master's, get your PhD, then go to industry and work for another few years. So what we are trying to do is nothing short of a miracle. And that is why the final thing I must do is give you a blessing. And my favorite blessing is the easiest one. It is the blessing that was in Numbers. So just close your eyes while I proclaim the blessing. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. Thank you, Jesus. That is it. Thank you.
Yes, can you give E a standing ovation? Can you please celebrate him? Such a great honor to be experiencing this today. Amazing journey and transformation on the way. Thank you, everyone. You may please have your seat. You know, after now, we are going to be calling our stakeholders for goodwill messages. And before I call our stakeholders, you know, the other time I called a student here who shared his experience from the gaming and during the program. But I realized that the women are protesting silently. And our CEO being a woman, I still love my job, right? All right, so I'll be calling just a representative from the female side to please share a few in 1 minute. In 1 minute. Is Chisom ready? Or Feishayo? All right, so please, very quickly, Chisom, please. 1 minute, very quickly. She's going to be sharing her experience in the program, and then we go to our stakeholders' goodwill message. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so before I start, I want to say a big thank you to the funders and all the organizers of this program. My name is Chisom Namani, and by God's grace, I'm here as one of the full-time participants of this program. So I'm going to go ahead to say that my experience so far, even from the October precinct that we had, my experience so far has been nothing short of amazing. So first of all, just a quick and small story of how I came here. Okay, so before now, I've been living in Enugu State. So I've been in data space for like the past 2 years before I got to know about Learn2Earn on LinkedIn. So when I got to learn about it, and I realized that I have to move to Lagos for the 1 month spacing. So I didn't even think about it. I didn't talk to any of my friends, just my family, because I didn't want anybody to tell me, because that time I was also job searching. So, and from the news in the space, if I had to get a job then, if I was lucky to get a job, I could have been paid at least 500,000 naira. But I knew, after doing my research, when I heard about Learn2Earn, I knew that this program is going to be a life-changing opportunity for me. So I didn't even give it a second thought. So I had to make my plans and found my way to Ikorodu in Lagos, then gave in my best, and I was able to make it to the full-time program. So I am here today. Okay, so I am here today. I have moved to Lagos. I actually had to quickly run a plan and got a place before I moved back to Enugu to go and prepare myself to move back to Lagos. So I moved here, and I'm here fully, and I'm ready for the program. So the past few days since we started have been really interesting. I've had the opportunity to collaborate with a few of my colleagues, right? I've learned how to interact, how to work together and solve problems. And I know that before even we finish the first 2 years, I know we are going to come out on the top. We are going to come out like the originals that we... All right. Okay, all right, thank you so much for this opportunity, and I'm so grateful to be here. May God bless everyone.
Thank you very much. And right now, we're going to be calling a few of our stakeholders in the house. We apologize if we are not able to call you. We have the representative of the Honorable Minister of Trade and Investment, Mr. Olisa Tase Hamadi. Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. My name is Olisa Tashemadi. I work comms on the NATAP team with Mr. Usman Maruf. I think it's an amazing event. I've had a chance to talk with Itana for a while. I've had a chance to meet some of the trainers, some of the students here today. I think the job is really important, that the work you're doing, so thank you guys as well for having us. I can't speak directly for the minister, but I imagine we're supporting you the most in the ways we can. And so I think as well, just like Ian had said, it's a gift. I went to Northwestern. I know the gift that was coming back to Nigeria. I know the gift that it still is being able to interact with some of the tech ecosystem here. And so I really appreciate as well the work, the motivation above anything else. I think it's very rare seeing people that really believe in the work that we're doing here in Nigeria. And so thank you so much again.
Thank you very much. And I would like to call the co-founder of Learn2Earn and also the CEO of Crystal Digital Technology, in person of Mr. Temitope Ogunshemo.
Thank you, and good morning. I think for me, this is history for us. History because this was like a dream. 2 years ago, I think a little over 2 years ago, myself, Ayola, and then we had this conversation. But ahead of that, just a few days ago, we were in Otukpo, and I said a few stories. So I don't know how many minutes I have. It's fine. And to even start, I think I need to first congratulate all of you that are here. You're the chosen one. You're the chosen one, and I said the same in Otukpo, I think a few days ago. And the reason is because out of about 26,000 people, we've been told, initially when we started, we're told that the pass rate will be about 7%, sometimes it could be less. And we're boasting at the time that it's not possible. This is Nigeria. Our people are extremely brilliant, very resilient, and that we're going to just break the numbers. So I think we had our first test, then piscine. When the numbers came back, we were surprised. As a matter of fact, when the numbers came back, we kept asking ourselves, is it possible to go back and re-evaluate? I remember I was having that conversation with Demola. Is it possible? But this is the reality. So congratulations, the chosen one, like I have always mentioned and I've always called you guys. Out of 26,000 people who have gone ahead to test, we're selecting about 750 people. But I'm going to tell you how this whole thing started. I think I was working on a project a few years ago called BIMS. BIMS is a beneficiary identity management service for all the tertiary institutions in Nigeria. And at the time, we had onboarded about over 3 million Nigerian students across the universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education across the country. And I was just wondering, I'd done that, before then I'd done that for all the federal government colleges, where I have almost everybody on the same platform providing different services. So when I started this one, and I was just asking myself, these numbers, what are we going to do with them? Not too long from that period, I think I had the opportunity to go to Harvard for an event. I think I was speaking at an event. Then we went to Harvard Innovation Lab. While I was there, I met someone who works in one of the unicorns. And the conversations we were having was the future of work. What will future of work be? But everybody says future of work is Africa. So I was wondering, say future of work is Africa, how prepared are we to deliver the future? First, I didn't think that we had the infrastructure. And it's really very simple. The reason everybody is saying Africa is first is because of our numbers. Over 70% of our population, predominantly youth, with over 250 million people. And you would also agree with me that because a lot of things has happened, different industrial revolution, he spoke about the industrialization of how things have changed to mobile telephony, now in your pockets, the internet and stuff. So I was saying to myself, if I was speaking the future of work, and one thing that I know is that the only leveler is technology. We may not have been opportune to join the first industrial revolution, maybe not the second, maybe not the third, not the fourth, or the fifth. But the only one that we have now that does not require any form of maybe degree or education is this. So when I got back from the US, I think myself and Ogayola is my friend, had a meeting, I think on a Sunday afternoon in my house. And I was telling him about my worry and stuff. Maybe something I didn't tell you about the future of work is that the person from that unicorn had mentioned to me that one of the very big, where he works, he was the head of technology, and they were spending about $12 billion yearly on technology. That over 70% of that money goes to India for outsourcing. So it means that India will sit somewhere in the corner, first because they have the numbers, two, they have the talents, and then they will be raking all the money from the US. So when I got back and when myself and Guy Yola, when we were having a conversation, we spoke about, you know, and what would future actually look like. And I told him that, okay, this is what I'm actually doing in terms of the numbers, maybe how we can move to the tertiary institution, of course, because we had a database that had over 3 million students. Then he said to me the best person to have a conversation with at the time was E. So I said, okay, we should. Let's have that conversation, because he's done it before. He will tell us the, the issues, and we could take advantage of it. So we had the first meeting. I think he had a conversation with him, and we had our first meeting. I think it was a fortunate coincidence, like he mentioned, that after our first conversation, he had a conversation with our partners here, the O1, and then they spoke to him about the major solution. Of course, solution is very expensive. Maybe he didn't tell you that this is very expensive. So when we had the conversation, we decided, okay, because it's expensive and it's capital intensive, even though we're told it's the best, nothing but the best. This is like number one globally. So we said there might be a need for us to have a meeting, all of us. About the period we all arranged, I was going to the US. So we all arranged to meet in London. And then we all jumped on flight. We had just one night stopover. And then we all agreed, we met somewhere in London, had very difficult conversations. Very difficult. Very difficult, because the numbers were staggering, not adding up. But we knew that it was the best thing for our environment. We knew it was the best thing. Pretty expensive, but it was going to change almost everything. So seeing us today, you may not know what has gone through all of this process to get us here. My suggestion, my advice to you as one of the chosen one is, first, take absolute advantage of this opportunity. Do not take it for granted. I've also been told, of course, we are even aware, it's also not very easy. So if anybody told you this will be easy, then the person has lied to you. I mean, we've had this conversation with David. It's going to be tough. But guess what? At the end of it, you guys are going to be very grateful for it. So just commit yourself. Commit yourself. As I told the other people in Otupo, in another 24 months, I will want to come here and then see you sign your contract. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, TMO, for that goodwill message. Right now, I'm going to be inviting the technical assistant to the Honorable Minister of Digital Economy, the person of Mr. Francis Sonny, for his goodwill message.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, it's actually morning, so good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Congratulations to Learn2Earn leadership and also to the O1 team. And I think more importantly, congratulations to, I think they're called the chosen ones, right? Yes. Congratulations to all of the chosen ones in the room. Can you give yourselves a round of applause? I think the biggest thing I would say is that today in some ways sort of the beginning of a journey And I think that, unlike, how many years? This was almost like a decade ago that Andela started, right? It was like in 2015. I feel like in the past decade, we've had a certain sort of phase for not just the Nigerian technology ecosystem, but also for the country and nation of Nigeria in general. And at this particular point in time, this next decade that we're going into is a decade that is potentially going to determine what the future of our country is going to look like, right? In the next 25 years, and I'm sure you guys know the numbers, but in the next 25 years, we're going to add about 150 million people to our population, right? And it means that we're going to be faced with significant challenges. And those challenges are only challenges that builders must solve, right? So it's going to be a decade of builders. And the question you want to be able to ask yourself is, do I understand what the responsibility of being a builder is? And I say this because we very often, especially in the current environment that we're in today, in an environment where we've grown up having to take care of a lot of things ourselves, we've grown up into an environment where there's been significant gap between the trust between government and citizens. We've almost gotten to the point where, for many of us, the priority is self-preservation. And we've seen that happen, obviously, whenever we find access to technology opportunities, the primary thing that people want to think about is getting outside of the country, thinking about potentially creating a better life for yourselves outside of the country. And the message I would like to pass to you today is that Nigeria is at an inflection point. The world in general is at an inflection point. And the opportunity that we have today to potentially lead in this future and to be a significant player at the table is an opportunity that, might not come again for a couple of years. And the opportunity that we have and how we take advantage of that opportunity is going to determine the fate of the country over the next 25 years, right? It means that when we think about our responsibility as builders, our responsibility as builders doesn't mean we should only think about building for the sake of ourselves, and we should only think about building for the sake of thinking about how we get economic opportunities for ourselves. The Nigeria that we want to be able to see and the opportunity we want to unlock is going to come from us understanding that the responsibility to build a nation, and building a nation it doesn't mean that, you have to either live in Nigeria or work with a Nigerian company for you to build a nation. Building a nation means that we understand that for us to be able to unlock the potential that exists, we need to understand what the unique problems that we have are. We need to care a little bit more about those problems and realize that they're equally our problems as they are other people. In the next phase, we need to have a generation of folks who think about the problems that exist in the country not as a responsibility that other people have to solve, but as a responsibility that you have to solve. And I think that, if I was, 15 years younger, I would be extremely excited about, potentially the opportunity to get the skills and go through like a 2-year program that is going to allow me to become a ninja, because it means that in the next phase, especially if you're building with a strong foundation of artificial intelligence, you're likely going to be very easily in the top 1 to 5% of the population in the future, right? But what we do now determines how we take advantage of that future. From a government standpoint, we're extremely excited to be partnering with Learn2Earn. This is something that's been in the works for quite a bit, and I'm sure over the next couple of years, it's going to expand significantly. I think that for us, the combination of world-class education, the combination of thinking about things, I think this is probably going to bring out some of the best talents in the country, right? And being able to have this at this scale and, being able to find ways to continue to integrate it with what we're doing at 3MTT with the government and also all the larger government programs, is going to be extremely essential. So once again, congratulations to the Learn2Earn team, congratulations to everyone, and congratulations on the launch. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we have 3 more people stakeholders who are going to be giving their goodwill message. We have the representative from Future Africa, Iwin Musa. Is in the house. All right, Iwin Musa from Future Africa. Not here. All right. And then we also have, I'll be calling on Nadaya Ene Jesse, co-founder of Andela. The co-founder of Andela? Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you all again. I was actually here a few days ago to speak to everybody, and I'm so happy to see you all today, decked out in your Learn2Earn t-shirts. It looks beautiful. Congratulations to my brother, E, and all the partners that have made this a success. Like I said the other day, you all here are legends, because 10 years from now, this is the story that's going to be told of transformation. I really like what Francis said about we're moving into a decade of builders. And you know, we also spoke about taking responsibility for our country and where we're going. There's lots of problems to solve, and you guys are in the best positions to solve them. So I'm super excited for all the things that you're going to do. You already know that the journey is going to be long, but you have the patience, you have the strength, you recognize that this is a gift. You have proven that you're worthy of receiving the gift. So congratulations once again, and the best of luck to all of you.
Thank you very much. As we wrap up this event today, I just want to quickly announce that we have a car downstairs obstructing traffic. F50M101FG, a Toyota car. Please, if it belongs to you, kindly help us repark. Thank you very much. And so to take the vote of thanks, I would like to bring again our executive chairman and co-founder of Learn2Earn for the vote of thanks. Please celebrate in your Lua.
Okay. We're ending slightly before schedule, so there were some learner videos from other places that are not Lagos, because we always have to remind Lagos people that Lagos is not Nigeria. So, Gift, can you set up those? So we'll just watch those videos before I take the vote of thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Usman. The program so far was very interesting. At first I thought it was something I would not be able to hear, but alhamdulillah, it was very interesting. As a nursing mother, I encourage all women to come and join Learn2Earn. I've learned about how to code different types of coding, how you can form a shape, different shapes in coding. So every woman out there, if I can do it, why can't you? Thanks to Learn2Earn, we are very grateful.
Hi, my name is Mwamaka Precious Chidibere, and I'm one of the beneficiaries of the Learn2Earn program. When I first heard about the program, it was quite interesting because I've been looking for an opportunity like this. But one of the barriers I was having is if I could run the program without owning a laptop myself. And when I realized that they will be providing a laptop, it was very easy for me to take up the opportunity, and the collaboration here, the learning has been very it's worth it, and I'm glad for these opportunities. I've been able to learn a lot, and for someone that was kind of introvert, coming to this place, I've been able to mingle a lot with people. So the collaboration is really helping me a lot, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we are here to close. It's been a very efficient program. 3 hours, pam, pam, pam. I like it. It's very Learn2Earn. Yes. So I'm just here to say thank you. First of all, thank you to God for making this day possible. There is so much. When we eventually we have to first of all succeed, and we can tell testimonies. But eventually, one day, the testimonies from this week are plenty. Demola, the testimonies from this week are plenty. But yes, we look bigger than we are. And it's because of some very strong backers. I want to especially thank, I was hoping Winosa would speak. He's the investment lead at Future Africa. Future Africa is my firm, but it's actually an investor at the same time in the program. They are our largest investors, and they've been such an amazing support for us, making things happen. So thanks to the Future Africa team, because it's not easy. I want to especially thank our friends from 01 Edu. We cannot thank you enough. We know the sacrifice of coming here through a Shabbat weekend, which is not easy. It means that's valuable time spent. That's how you know if an Israeli comes to visit you on a Shabbat weekend, you know they love you. And Nicola came all the way from France. He doesn't always travel like this. Came all the way from France. So let's give him a round of applause. I want to especially thank my partners, Ayola and TMO. They dragged me into this work because they are my Egbon. In our language, Egbon means senior brother. That means it's somebody that can tell you to do it. You have to think twice about saying no. So they are my senior brothers, and they dragged me into this work, and I have to thank them for dragging me into this work and still staying by the work. I would like to thank the government officials that came. We're very grateful. The Ministry of Trade and the Ministry of Digital Economy. Both of them are my home ministries. They regulate everything that I'm doing. So we're very grateful for the support. And then, of course, I want to thank the team. I'd like the team to please stand up. Learn2Earn team members, coding mentors, wherever you are, stand up. And then, please, let everybody clap for them. Kesia, coding mentors, members of the team, everywhere you are, please clap for them. I'm not hearing a big enough clap. Please, come up on stage. Come up on stage. Come up on stage. Look, you know, these are the people that make everything we do possible. And it's a true labor of love. The honest truth is this work is very difficult. 25,000 people, they had to gather, test. The coding mentors everywhere, they have to help the learners to attain greatness. And it's not an easy job. And I want to especially thank them, because without them, we would not be here. So, big thank you to them. And then finally, I want to thank my CEO, Kesia Valken. Her heart for Nigeria, her heart for Africa. She's African. And that's why she's our CEO. We have to be African. Her heart for Africa is so big. And she's made incredible sacrifices. She has 2 young kids. She had to leave them in London and come all the way here. So I am so grateful. Before we leave, we must thank those who have chosen to make this commitment, our learners. So give yourselves. Thank you, all of you from Lagos to Otukpo, to Ilorin, to Abuja. And for those of you that are online that are looking to join, you know, sorry you didn't make it to the first batch. These ones would always be very special in our eyes. But trust me, the next batch is the next best thing. So I hope you would apply. I hope you will be part of the games. We are opening, as Ademola was saying, we're opening 6 new centers next month. 6 at the same time. 6. And before the end of this year, I don't want to say more than that, but I'm a Rinronwo. It means you will have something to see. Because we're not really the talking kind. You know, there are people that are doing other programs in small pockets across the country, and they've made more noise than us because we are not the noise-making type. But we just move. We just move. We don't do conferences. We don't have Bill Gates money. Let me show. Well, before I say too many shots fired, my government people are looking at me. I don't have MasterCard money. We just move. We don't have we don't have time. We don't have time. But we're going to see some massive things this year because this is not where it stops. This is just the beginning. So thank you so much. We're going to end by our national anthem, and then we can all be free to go. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, an announcement?
Yeah. For all our guests, we have some packs for you at the 4th floor. Please don't be in a hurry.
So what I would suggest we do instead, let our students go back to their desk. Then for the guests, please just be seated for us while our students leave. And then fellows, not students, fellows leave. And then we'll take you to the 4th floor.
Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all and proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
Thank you, and God bless you.